Hey, I'm Skylark, and I look at G.B.T.V CultureShare in New York every Saturday at 1 o'clock, and in Grenada every Saturday night at 8 p.m. Hey, you people out there, stick to CultureShare, support culture. It's fun, it's action, and it keeps you in touch with what's going on. Have a nice day, enjoy it, CultureShare.
1987 Carnival for any man was a disaster. They tell me stars she's walking up here, force me to forget and then surrender. But that can't happen this year, cause I'm coming back well prepared. No kind of devil or his disciple could dare to interfere. I'm coming fucking, I'm coming. Joking, mama, me ain't fooling.
Keep me waiting when I come walking.
I come in hot with all I got. Tell them throw me on the spot.
Don't care who judging. I come in walking.
Murder, fire. I'm burning up tongue with desire.
Well, hello there. Welcome to CultureShare. On behalf of Gentleman Television Productions, my name is Don Bob, welcoming you to another program of CultureShare. CultureShare highlighting the cultures of Africa, the Americas, and the Caribbean, with, I might add, special emphasis on the Caribbean culture. And we're going to do it in the Caribbean for you this week. As a matter of fact, we want to start in Barbados, and we've got a dynamic performer out of Barbados. He's electrifying. He's great. As a matter of fact, it's just about a week or two ago, he was at the world-famous Apollo Theater where he made his debut. Please join me and welcome here on CultureShare, Mr. Archie Killer Miller.
Yes! I want everybody to come up on the floor. I want to stand up on the floor this time. Get up! When I come to party, get up! Yes! Last year you was rocking, you was moving. This year we gon' do the soca wine. It's not a French wine, nor a US wine. This is the West Indian wine. Come everybody, Tom, Dick and Harry. Let me show you this great treasure. Watch it, watch it. Hold on to your baby. And around she bouncy and wine. She to the beat. Ow! Left, right, center. Up, down, center. Left, right, center, and wine and wine and wine to the ground. Left, right, center. Jam she in a corner. Oh, your partner and grind. Lama see her wine down so. Lama see her bend down low. Lama see her wine and wine and wine till you beg for more. Lama see her wine down so. Lama see her dash your toe. It's this sweet soca music that watch your feel so. Yeah. Yes. This wine has been curing and aging for how long? I don't know. Some thought they discover this gem of a treasure, but to show you they could do. Come everybody, Tom, Dick and Harry. Let me show you this great treasure. Hold on to your baby, and around she bouncy and wine. She to the beat. Ow! Left, right, center. Up, down, center. Left, right, center. And wine to the ground. Left, right, center. Jam she in a corner. Oh, your partner and grind. Lama see her wine down so. Lama see her bend down low. Lama see her wine and wine till you beg for more. Lama see her wine down so. Lama see her touch your toe. It's this sweet soca music that watch you feel so. Yow! You want to taste this wine? Yeah! You want to taste this wine? slowly. Move your waistline, take it slowly. Move your waistline, left, right, center, up, down, center, and wine. I tell you to move that waistline. Left, right, center, up, down, center, and wine, 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 shots. Yeah. Now you got the feeling, you feel like whining. Just get out on the floor and move that waistline. Move it in time to this baseline. That is sweet for soul. Come everybody, don't take and hurry. Let me show you this great treasure. Hold on to your baby and around she bouncy and wine. She do the beat. Ow! Left, right, center. Up, down, center. Left, right, center. And wine and wine and wine to the ground. Left, right, center. Jam she in a corner. Hold your partner and grind. Let me see her wine down slow. Let me see her bend down low. Let me see her wine and wine and wine till you beg for more. Let me see her wine down slow. Let me see her touch your toe. It's this sweet soca music make that got your piece so. Hit me! Aha! Yes! Left, right, center. Up, down, center. Left, right, center. All around the corner. Left, right, center. Up, down, center. Left, right, center. And up, down, center. Ah! Aha! Yes! Everybody! Left, right, center. Up, down, center. Left, right, center. All around the corner. Left, right, center. Up, down, center. Left, right, center. And up, down, center. You feel the groove, you want the move, see, yeah! You feel the groove, you want the move, see, yeah! You feel the groove, you want the move, see, yeah! Say, oh! Say, oh! You feel the groove, you want the move, see, yeah! You feel the groove, you want the move, see, yeah!
Archie Miller on Culture Share, friends. Really killing you there with that one, left, right, center. Very, very hot party tune in the New York metropolitan area. Well, from Archie Killer Miller, we're going to go to Jamaica, or should we say that we're going to go to London by way of Jamaica? Yes. Our next performer comes out of Jamaica. She's been living in London. She's won numerous awards. As a matter of fact, she's been on Culture Share before. We've not had her for quite some time here on Culture Share, so we thought we'd bring her back. We want to welcome once again on Culture Share, Miss Lerna G.
Hear this from Fuzzy Jones. You little G.B.T.V DJ boy from over there, sir. If you don't clean up your act, well, you will get salmonella and listeria. Come, Lerna G from outer England, Kaya champion.
Now this one is for all the man them that love the slackness. See, well, all the so we send them. Man, it's now just business. You know. Hey. There is a word I hate so badly. It's the slackness, the Monday chatting so freely. Them big mouth, why them not no manners and they come on and if every bitch up and run their mouth is dirty. It's like they don't respect, it's like they try to forget a woman bring them in the city. Alright. Hey, no, stop, chat, stop, chabo under the woman them. Frag, stop, chat, stop, chabo under the woman them. No chauvinistic pig, I am talking to you. Oh yeah, the man thinking good look if it true. How long it did take you to get your ear though? Vex yet, you don't get nothing yet, no bother too. Me tell you ya tabo me ya shaka solo. Taya ve ya bo me yo oh my but no me you what's go. No they be na me them lyric me too. Me na front take they work it go by you. And if me bottom for so what it no belong to you. Cause that give me a bottom for reason and that is to do. You get a 100% they me love you make me slip past you. So leave me bottom breath and me teeth alone and fight so I'm your why? It's like they don't respect. It's like they try to forget. A woman bring them in all the city. Yo boy. Come and say keep by your mouth. Keep by your mouth. Both time now say you keep by your mouth. Keep by your mouth. Keep by your mouth. More serious things they have for your chat about now. Got put whip on the love for live as one. No check a man like a damn weapon. No. That's where this darkness though you know say it wrong. It's about time try understand now. Keep by your mouth. Keep by your mouth. About time now say you keep by your mouth. Keep by your mouth. Keep by your mouth. More serious things that you feel your chat about why? It's like they don't respect. It's like them try to forget. A woman bring them in all the city. Stop, chat. Stop, chat more under the woman them. Brag, stop, chat. Stop, chat more under the woman them. So chauvinistic pig, I am talking to you. Oh yeah, the man thinking good looking for you. How long it did take you to get your ear do? Vex yet, you no get nothing yet, no bother too. Me type here, you talk about me and shaka solo. Taya be about me, you woman, but no me, you was cool. No, they be, me live with me, you. Me no, bro, tika, they walk it come by you. And if me bottom fat, so what you no belong to you. Can't just give me a bad of a reason, and that is to do. You get a 100% of me love and make it step past you. So leave me bottom breath, and me teeth alone and fight, so I'm no. It's like they don't respect. It's like they try to forget. A woman bring them in all the city. There is a word I hate so badly. Oh Jesus Christ! It's blackness the man they chat is so pretty. Them big mouth boy them now the manners and they come on up and if they with me jump across them mouth is dirty. Oh no! It's like they don't respect. It's like they try to get a woman bring them in all the city.
Super Reggae Award winner Lerner G on CultureShare, friends, and you can always depend on Lerner G to give you a great hit. We'll be right back after these messages. Welcome back to CultureShare, friends. You know, one of the good things is that we've been able to meet lots of artists on the program of CultureShare, but we've been able to meet them only performing. How much do we really know about them? Have we heard them talk? Have we heard them say what they do otherwise besides singing calypso? Well, on CultureShare, we try our best to give you that opportunity time and again. And our next artist comes out of Grenada. We are talking about the Inspector. And we want you to meet and greet the Inspector. Not performing this time, but of course, first we're going to hear what he has to say. He, by the way, is interviewed by Harold Paisadi on CultureShare.
Together we aspire, together we achieve. Part of the alma mater, I'm sure you know. And one of the young guys that have been aspiring to achieve great things in Grenada's calypsos is Elimus Gilbert. We all know him as the Inspector, a dynamic calypsonian. Specky, welcome to CultureShare.
Thank you.
Okay, and how's the vocal cords?
Very good.
Okay, great. Still drinking some of that olive oil?
Yes.
Your mother gave you that, right?
Yes.
Okay, great. Let's look back at the March Gras Show 1991. You had a blasting performance that night, as usual, the usual Inspector style. But when the time came for the announcement of the positions, you were put in position number 6. How did you feel?
Well, before the competition, I had confidence that I'm the king, you know, I'm the winner. Even though I had confidence that I'm up in the first 3. The night I put out my best, and after the result announced that I was number 6, I feel very disappointed, you know, very sad.
And what you thought of the standard of the other calypsonians that night?
The standard was very high. For example, before, people could have tell you that this person is the king, but that night, we just have to wait on the night itself to see who is the winner.
You said you had confidence that you would have won that particular night.
Yes.
But in the back of your head, if somebody had to give you a rub, who were you thinking of?
Well, I was thinking of everybody in the competition. You see, in a competition, you can't look at one special person. everybody in the competition was very good. What's about if I'm looking at this one special person and the night they don't do what they have to do? In a competition, a person could come out in the background, you know, in the dark, and just walk out with the Calypso crown. So in the competition, I was looking at everybody.
Say no to drugs. The topical commentary you had this year. Very good music, very good lyrics, melody fine. But I heard some comments in Grenada that the Calypso itself lyrically did not have enough depth. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, something that I learned over the years, that anything you do, you cannot please everybody. You can always find people to criticize you. The Calypso is a very good Calypso. Nice message. It's for the old and young. It came out in the right time. And I think I put out my best, you know. I don't see the reason why, you know, it's not a good Calypso or it's not enough depth or anything. To myself, I know it's a very good Calypso. So critics is something I got to get accustomed with. That's my opinion.
And then you had the jumpy one, the fiery one. What inspired you? I know you're a fiery person by nature on stage. What was the inspiration you got when you were composing that one? Were you thinking of the big yard when your pen was moving on that piece of paper?
Carnival Tuesday last year, I was in St. George's and I saw the people behavior in the band. And I sat down upstairs, talk of the tongue, and I look at the people. And the idea came to my head one time. So I had the topic since last year. Looking at people on the parkway, I realized carnival time, they need room to move. And with the behavior, when everybody jamming them, when the soca get to the head and they decide to behave bad, the only thing you got to do is to give them space.
Obviously, you're motivated by people, the rhythms you feel in people by looking at them. But what about the serious side of Inspector when it comes to composing that social commentary? How do you motivate yourself? How are you inspired?
A Calypsonian job is not only to make people jam and wine. You got to look at the serious part in life. Remember, you got to teach your children something. For example, stay away from drugs. You know, when I look at what drugs doing to the youths, I decide to put my pen and my people together. For example, we go in the wrong way when you look at things around the wall. And what next, you know? That's a Calypsonian job, not only to make people jam and wine, but to teach the people something.
Inspector, I remember sitting down at Radio Grenada doing a program quite a few years ago. It was in '85. And the door opened, and this little guy walked in, and he said, "Excuse me, you are Harold Paiseti?" And I said, "Yes." And I, wondering, who's this little guy? And there he was standing there in a jersey and a jeans. You remember that?
Yeah, I remember very good.
That was the year you came on the scene, '85.
Yeah, that was in 1985. Sure, I was surprised, to you, right? Surprising to you.
Now, then and now, great improvement?
Yeah, from 1985 to now, a lot of improvements, And the reason for that is by traveling, listening to people. I think when you listen, you learn a lot once you decide to learn. And, being around the superstars, that have a lot in putting me up there.
Inspector, your Calypso journey is still on. Where's the next stop?
Well, from here I'll be going to Canada, St. Croix and England to let the people know about Inspector, his soca music and Grenada Carnival.
Bing ding dong ding day die. Bang 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 ba dang 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 day die. Bing ding dong ding day die. Biding dong bidong bodong. Biding dong ding day. I see people having mental problems with drugs. At an early age, we spoil them from then. They kill without a reason, then they go to the asylum or the prison. Parents always on their knees, praying hard to help them please. But at time to let you see, people take this advice from me. Stay away from drugs, because it's no good for your body. It send your whole life in misery. Stay away from drugs, high on something better. Stay away from drugs. With drugs there is no future. Stay away, I'm warning you. Don't let no one fool you. All you have to say is no for a better tomorrow. Mommy, yo. If you think or you look at television, you shall see what it do to the poor ones if you're sad. And you really got a problem, believe me. Drugs is not the only way to solve them. Children, try and play it cool. Don't make yourself a fool. Try your best to achieve your goal. Let someone be proud of you in this world. Ask your mother and your father. They will tell you better. When them pushers going too far, make them know you are the future. Stay away, I'm warning you. Don't let no one fool you. All you have to say is no for a brighter tomorrow. Mommy, oh. Ba-ba-dum-bam-bam. Jam the music. Bidin-bidi-dum-bidum-budum. Bidin-bidi-dum-din-day. Some people born with talent and the ability, so they do something to help the country, but because they start using the killer to move on, their whole life in disaster. I try to make my lyrics strong for both the old and young. Queen's Park, listen to my song, take it into consideration. It put you against your family. Do something better with your money. Get high on sweet, sweet soca. With drugs there is no future. Stay away, I'm warning you. Don't let no one fool you. All you have to say is no for a brighter tomorrow. No good. Ba-ba-dum-bam-bam. Jam the music. Bidin-didi-dum-di-dum-budum. Bidin-didi-dum-ding-day. Grenada, a nice place in the Caribbean. Many people come here to spend vacation long ago. We used to sleep with windows open, not today. You would not find this happen because of the coke and crack, giving people heart attack. If we don't take this seriously, Grenada shall come like New York City. It put you against your family. Do something better with your money. Get high on sweet, sweet soca. I'm warning you, my brother, stay away, I'm warning you. Don't let no one fool you. All you have to say is no for a brighter tomorrow. Stay away from drugs. People, it's no good for your body.
Stay away from drugs.
It send your whole life in misery.
Stay away from drugs.
If you want to see the 90s,
Stay away from drugs.
don't touch it, I'm begging you, please. They're trying to destroy the Caribbean.
Stay away from drugs.
Look what they happened down in Trinidad. Stay away from drugs. Ah, no good.
Stay away from drugs.
And because it's no good for your body.
Stay away from drugs.
It sends your whole life in misery.
Stay away from drugs.
Get high on something better.
Stay away from drugs.
With drugs there is no future. Stay away, I'm warning you. Don't let no one fool you. Put a N and put a O for a brighter tomorrow. Thank you.
The inspector on CultureShare. And remember, friends, you can always see them here and hear them here on the program that tells it like it is and keeps the cultural fires burning, CultureShare. We'll be right back. Not very often we feature soca bands or calypso bands, so to speak, on our program of Culture Share. We tend to feature more like reggae bands or jazz bands or bands that might be into R&B or the softer type of music. Well, every now and again, it's always good to change the tempo. We've got a band that has been making a lot of waves in the New York City area. As a matter of fact, they've oftentimes been referred to as the best backstopping band, simply because they play around their people and they play great, great music. Added to that, they're a great entertaining band. If you go to a party and they're playing, you're bound to dance. Join me and welcome here on Culture Share, the Rebels.
You heard about Abu Bakr?
It was from 5:30, you and Batman on TV, but I hear a news flash coming from Abu Bakr, telling the whole nation right now he's in command. Only ministers he detests, he placed them under arrest. Sit down to watch panorama. Men with big guns on their shoulder. I wonder if I watch it, MacGyver. The action. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa. Don't ding dong. Don't ding dong. Don't ding dong. Don't ding dong. Hi. Sometimes the next door neighbor call out to me mother. She stand up in the yard, shouting like she going mad. Neighbor, oh yes neighbor, headquarters on fire. And your little see, trouble in the Red House on TTD. He have BOBB announcer. Dominic and just be Modera. I wonder with the army commander. Neighbor, water, moon and flower. Whoa. Yes, people of this nation, let's work together for a better land. No time to panic, no time to grieve. Together we aspire, together we achieve. If we really get together, we can't go wrong. We go build back the city, we go build back the town. Come, dong ding dong, what's it? Dong ding dong, what's it? Dong ding dong, what's it? Dong ding dong. And every work, every work, every work, every work. Oh, dong ding dong. And every toil, every toil, every toil, every toil. Oh, dong ding dong. I wanna see you work. Dong ding dong. Let me see you work. Dong ding dong. I wanna see you work. Dong ding dong. Let me see you work. Dong ding dong. Before the fall Owen Gray, just take the holiday, but send he going away. The commissioner said no way, we could use every hand. You can't go now, young man. We have to enforce the view until we disband the coup. US wash up with the water. Because more Pantin and Abdullah. Looters fest all over. We have to bring back this place in order. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa. Don't ding dong. Don't ding dong. Don't ding dong. Don't ding dong. Hi. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Don't ding dong. Don't ding dong. Don't ding dong. Abu Bakr, don't ding dong. Abu Bakr, don't ding dong. Abu Bakr, take over.
A group of Vincentian performers, musicians, and all, the rebels on CultureShare. Well, you know, friends, not very long from now, it's Miami's turn for Carnival. Yes, we've had our Labor Weekend celebrations. Toronto has had theirs, so too has Boston. Well, all attention is now being focused on Miami's Carnival. It has been becoming a rather large carnival, especially since a calypsonian out of Trinidad and Tobago, the Rootsman, sang one called Miami Mass or Miami Vibes. And hey, we want you to get a feeling of Miami's Carnival. Let's join the Rootsman and welcome him here on CultureShare.
You wasn't in TNT for the festival. Didn't see you on the back way for the back canal. You wasn't in Toronto for Caribana. Didn't see you in Notting Hill Festival neither. But we got jammed down in Miami. When we touched down in Miami, we were have fun in Miami. In the hot sun in Miami, with all them people jamming down and wailing in the soca sun. When we hit the savannah, now the action start. Mama, in Miami, in Miami. When you miss me, where will you be? Said I'll be there. What? Yes, I'll be there. What? Said I'll be there. Let's go. How do you do? Let me go. How do you couldn't leave them West Indian in the heat alone. Starving for some soca deep far away from home. Got a big SOS call saying Rootsy come. Right away I fly up there just to give them some. So we go jump down in Miami. When we touch down in Miami, we go have fun in Miami. In the hot sun in Miami, with all them people jamming down and wailing to the soca songs. When we hit the savannah, now the action start. Mama, in Miami, in Miami, let's party. Woo. When you miss me, where will you be? Said I'll be there. Put your hands where? Yes, I'll be there. What? Said I'll be there. Let's go. Hey, party. How do you do? How do you do? How do you keep on there? How do you keep on there? How do you keep on there? Sweet soca some blasting out by the Spice Shoots Band. Dakari and Bagaki in them endless jam. Hey. Studio 183 will really be hot tonight. Hey. Then Miami woman come up to fly the kite. So we go jump up in Miami. When we bounce up in Miami, we go have fun in Miami. Going non-stop in Miami, with all them people jamming down and wailing in the soca sun. When we hit the savannah, now the action start. Mama, in Miami, sing it. Where? In Miami. I wanna hear you say where? When you miss me, where will you be? Let me see your hands. Said I'll be there. What? Yes, I'll be there. What? Said I'll be there. Let's go. Hey, hey. How do you do it? How do you do it? I begin there.
In Miami is where it's happening, according to the Roots Man on Culture Share. Right after these messages, we'll come back with much more music for you on Culture Share. Well, for the past few minutes on Culture Share, what we've been doing is playing you a lot of soca music and, of course, to a lesser extent, some reggae vibrations. Well, let us bring you the kind of a culture we're known for in the Caribbean, the early culture, so to speak, the folk music. Join me and welcome on Culture Share a group coming out of Carriacou. It's called the Carriacou Big Drum. Isn't it always good to go back to your roots? The Carriacou Big Drum on Culture Share with a little folk performance there for you. Well, friends, at this point, I want to bring in some raw calypso, so to speak, or should we say calypso with a mixture of zouk and orca dance music. This was hot for Trinidad and Tobago's Carnival. As a matter of fact, it still is hot. Any party you go and you play this track, everyone gets up and everyone wants to party. Great party music at its best. The artist comes out of Tobago, friends, and we've got a great video to it. Join me and welcome here on Culture Share, Prince Unique.
Wine your waist, mama. Wine your waist, papa. Wine your waist, mama. Wine your waist, papa. If the music feeling right, say yeah, say yeah. And it have you feeling nice, say yeah, say yeah. Step on the floor, it's party time. Free up yourself, enjoy the lime. This music put you in the groove. This tempo make your body move. So wine your waist, wine your waist, wine your waist. Don't mind it, darling, wine your waist. You gonna do it, wine your waist. Want to sober jam tonight? Wine, 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 wine down. Grind, 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 grind up. I tell you, wine, 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 wine down. And grind, 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 grind up. Wine your waist, wine your waist, wine your waist, wine your waist, wine your waist. You gonna do it, wine your waist. Want to sober jam tonight? where your body continue fetting in the party. And when you hear sweet soca music, you on the floor dance the way. And wind your waist, swing your waist from left to right. Don't mind it, darling, to wind your waist. You got on to do it, wind your waist. Want the soca jam tonight? Wind, 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 wind up. Grind, 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 grind up. I tell you, wind, 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 wind up. Grind, 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 grind up. Wind your waist, swing your waist from left to right. Don't mind it, darling, to tight. You got on to do it, wind your waist. Want the soca jam tonight? That's it. Wine, mama, wine, grind, papa, grind. Wine, mama, wine, grind, papa, grind. Wine your waist, wine your waist, wine your waist, wine your waist. Oh yeah. Are you jamming on to someone? Say yeah. And you want to carry on? Say yeah. It's sweating on someone till the morning light. The tempo right, it's dynamite. I like the way your body moving. I like the way your boomsy rolling. So wind your waist, swing your waist from left to right. Don't mind it a little while. You go down to do it right. Want the soca jam tonight? Wine, 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 wine up. And grind, 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 grind up. I said wine, 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 wine up. And grind, 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 grind up. Wine your waist, swing your waist from left to right. Don't mind it a little while. You go down to do it right. Want the soca jam tonight? Give me room, let me wine, let me wine, let me wine. Give me room, let me wine, give me room, let me wine. Hey, everybody wine, yeah, everybody wine, everybody wine, yes, everybody wine, oh yeah, everybody wine, everybody wine, everybody, everybody, oh yeah. Everybody wine, everybody wine, yes. Everybody wine, everybody wine, oh yes. Hold the waist and wine, girl. Hold the waist and wine, girl. Oh yeah.
Well, based on all that whining you've been seeing, obviously there can only be one name for that particular song. It's called Wine Your Waist, and it's Prince Unique on CultureShare. Well, friends, we want to say so long from the program. Every time you're having fun, time sure flies. It's been our pleasure having you here on Culture Share. Remember to keep those cultural fires burning. Go on out, support the Calypsonians, support the reggae artists, and of course, pick up your Grenada Carnival and other videotapes that we have here from Culture Share. In the meantime, man, between time till next week, I'd see you and keep those cultural fires burning. Bye now.
Yes! Let me go on. Make mass. Fire me, soca city. Jamming down in a party. Sandum passy, sweet and jumpy. Everybody jam it up, boy. And everybody in the party jamming on somebody, boy. And every man in the session jamming on the sweet man, boy. Do it. The party hot. The party hot. The party hot. Yeah. And everybody in the party jamming on somebody. Whoa, yeah. And every woman in the session jamming on she sweet man. Whoa, yeah. Sweet and jumping. Everybody jam it up, boy. And everybody in the party jamming on somebody, boy. And every woman in the session jamming on the sweet man, boy. And they walking up. The party hot. The party hot. The party hot. And everybody in the party jamming on somebody, whoa, yeah. And every woman in the session jamming on the sweet man, whoa, yeah. That you do it right, swing your body left to right. You jam